course, Crawley Green remains a hotbed of football in the Luton area with strong associations to Luton Town. Great facilities up here as well. How are you, Keith? Good to see you.
Yeah. Well, I came to Luton when I was 3.
Yeah.
I wasn't born in Luton. No.
And what school did you go to?
I went to Hitchin Road in St Matthew's Juniors, Stockwood High School.
Stockwood. And Chris, we know.
Her name was Yvonne Farr at the time.
That's a famous Luton name. Yeah. What schools did you go to?
I went to Stopsley Infant, Stopsley Juniors, Stopsley Park.
Lovely job.
Luton, born and
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're all proud of the people from Luton that go and make their mark in the world, and you guys certainly done that. And it's fantastic that you're being recognised, albeit way too late. And sort of the lingering sadness, of course, is that Harry's not here to see it, or wasn't recognised properly at the time. Yeah, so Leo, one of the things I've seen on social media is that the fellas at your school, who were good football players among them, reckon you were the best player in your year, male or female. So she still is.
Kind.
Yeah,
That's very kind. They were, well, the lads were great to play football with at the end of the day. And let's be honest, we all learnt football together.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
you probably give them a run for their money now.
I doubt I could now.
And Chris, of course, you went to the Luton School at Icknield, and do you have many memories of that?
Yeah, the boys that I played football with, great, but I wasn't allowed to play in the school, so I had to wait till home time. Just kept staring out the window, waiting for time to go home, and then we'd meet up and go and play. So, yeah.
And your youthful memories in that regard?
well, my first game was at school. We had a girls v boys game. From then, I really got interested, apart from knocking about at home. After that, then I played for Yellow Scorpions at Stopsley.
Okay.
So that's where I was.
Well, it's great to talk to you, and pleased that all of you, or most of you, are here. Even though not everyone's from Luton, but the vast majority are local, and it's great you're all here to finally have Harry and June recognised properly.
That is the important thing for us today.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. The original T-shirts from the '71 World Cup in Mexico. It's a copy, but a faithful copy. So we got Chris, Keith, and Paula. Hello, Paula. It's Save Our Town, and we're here at the Crawley Green Sports and Social Club. We're here to celebrate Harry and Batt and his wife, June. And this ground was one that was used very regularly by the early Chiltern Valley Ladies football team, very many times. So, and of course Harry and June lived, less than a mile away really, so it's relevant. So what memories have you got playing here then, Chris?
Well, the social club wasn't here then, but there was a dressing room, sort of. And so the pictures weren't up to the quality. But having said that, they were probably one of the better pitches that we had to play on. Yeah. Because we used to play on Pope's Meadow as well. Yeah. We all know what that was like.
Oh, we all played there, yeah. And Chris, you were 15 at the time of the World Cup, first Women's World Cup, and you're a Luton girl?
Yeah, I was born in Yorkshire.
Oh, shouldn't have said that.
I went to Warden Hill Junior, Infants and Junior, and then I went to Icknield Senior School.
All the good people went to Icknield, absolutely. And Keith was Harry and June's son. Keith, you were quite young at the time, weren't you? What were you?
When we went to Mexico, I was just 10 years old. Yeah.
Right. Memories here?
Many. We was here from 67 onwards. Every week. Yeah. Blood. As Chris said, the pitches weren't really up to what they are now.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, we played there. 6 fellas and his dog, and it was a different world back then. It was nothing like it is today.
And of course, what fascinates me is Harry's life. I mean, served in the Merchant Navy in World War II, I believe. And was fighting the Franco nationalist or fascist in the 30s, then was a bus driver in Luton. Did he work at Vauxhall as well?
I'm not sure he did. I'm not sure whether that was the case. I know he was.
My mum did.
He joined the International Brigade, went out to fight against Franco.
He spoke how many languages, Keith?
5.
5 languages. Wow. It's the sort of guy you'd like to meet, isn't it? And have a good chat to. So, excellent. But we're looking forward to this today, this blue plaque. There's not many blue plaques in Luton, so it's a major honour and well overdue. Thanks for your time, guys.
Thanks very much. Appreciate it.
It just doesn't seem possible.
So you must at least. No, well.
This week starts at 9:15, hour and a half, that's 10:30.
Yeah.
Tony Talbot from Crawley Green FC. Tony, we were just talking about the ladies, and you currently don't have a ladies team, but what happens with the girls that come through?
Yeah, so obviously we've ever since ladies come into prominence, we've had ladies teams here, but now we've got a tie-up with Luton Ladies Youth. So obviously when we get the girls coming to our nursery, which has turned out very successful, not only for the men's side but obviously for the ladies side, we pushing now towards Luton Ladies, so it's a better environment for them to coach.
And you've got a very long-standing relationship with Luton Town on the men's side, of course.
Yeah.
Was JJ came here, didn't he? JJ came here?
Yeah. We've had quite a few come out of Crawley Green that have turned professional. Obviously, James being the biggest success story for us. We've also had Max Aarons, who's obviously was at Norwich and he's just gone somewhere. He's a Crawley boy. We've had Backinson, another lad that was at Luton. He went on to Swansea or Bristol City, I think. He's another Crawley boy. Originally we had Dean Brill, the goalkeeper. He's a Crawley boy as well. And there's probably about 4 or 5 others that have turned professional, which is a really, really plus for the club and goes towards justifying all the hard work that all the youth coaches and everything does up here. So.
Yeah, brilliant stuff. And if I remember rightly, you took a huge number of people from here to the Johnson's Paint final in 2009, didn't you?
Yeah, we had about 20 odd coaches go from here. Obviously Luton come up and done some merchandise, and I think we were the biggest sellers out of all of the outlets. So we have got a massive Luton fan base here, massive.
Brilliant.
And,
well, thanks for hosting us today, Tony. Anyway, we're looking forward to this unveiling. Long overdue, but good nonetheless.
Yeah, absolutely, and 100% supportive that it's happened.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
I don't know what time I'll be leaving.
The future England player.
I like your football player.
He wants to see your football game. Oh, it's my great niece. She plays football as well.
Pretending to be shy.
Just woke up. I just need to start off by mentioning the elephant in the room. The plaque is here and not over there, and we will be organising to have that moved. So apologies that it's not in the correct place. But it is fantastic to be here with you all today. I'm Jane, I'm from the council. I'm here on behalf of Carly because Carly is sick, for those of you who know Carly, and she's really sorry not to be able to be here and celebrate with you all today. But I'm going to get out of the way because we've got some really important people who are able to speak with much more authority than I am on this incredible history of our town, of this club, of the people here. So I'm going to invite up first Jean Williams, who is a sport historian and an advocate for this story. So Jean.
Thank you everyone. It's an absolute pleasure to be here today to mark the achievements particularly of Harry and June Batt and the pioneering role that they had in developing women's football, not just in this country but internationally. So we've chosen the wording of this plaque very carefully, working with the FA to mark the achievements of Harry, June and the players who played with Chiltern Valley right from 1968 up to 1972. And it's quite important that this plaque marks all of those players. It's really inclusive in terms of we want to celebrate all of the teams and all of the players that Harry and June worked with. And actually this is one of the first plaques that the FA has put up to the players who played before the first official England team in 1972. As you know, a number of the players from these teams have worked with the current Lionesses and have helped to inspire the current Lionesses, and the likes of Leah Williamson have now become friends of some of the players. So it's really important that that success that we saw last year in the European Championships at Wembley was inspired by the women that we have here today. And so the current England squad stand on the shoulders of the giants that we're sharing this particular occasion with. And some of them have inspired Olympians, which is a fantastic part of the story too. So just to say what a privilege and an honour it is for me, since we first met in 2018 and working with the players, to be able to come here today, say a few words and to celebrate with you. And just finally to put the achievements of this group of people together is that what Harry and June did was pioneer international tournament football for women. So years before, 20 years indeed, before FIFA had its first World Cup, Harry and June were part of a movement that was trying to do that for women on the biggest stage. And that story is going to be told in a film with New Black Films called Copper 71. I would encourage everyone to go to Dog Wolf Productions and look on their website, because there's going to be a London premiere, which I know again many of the players will be at. But there will be other screenings of that in London this October, and Dog Wolf Productions has more details of how you can get tickets for that. So I'm the least important person here. The most important people are the players, Harry and June, and of course Keith. So yeah, just say what a great celebration, and thank you for inviting me to come along.
We're now going to invite Terry Davis from the FA to say a few words on behalf of the FA for us.
So you have to excuse me because I've had to write it down. I can't do what Jean does, do it off the cuff, yeah? So I'm really very honoured to be here at Crawley Green Recreational Ground, the former home of Chiltern Valley Ladies. Today the FA, in collaboration with Luton Heritage Forum, is unveiling this plaque in honour of the trailblazers of Chiltern Valley Ladies and the British Independence teams from 1967 through to 1972. The heritage plaque will mark one of the most important stories in the history of women's football. I am personally blessed to call some of the pioneers who played for Chiltern Valley Ladies my friends Chris, Jill and Leah, and I stand on your shoulders. The plaque also honours the heroic dedication of two team founders, Harry and June Batt.
and their tireless efforts to break down barriers and change attitudes towards the women's game. The growth and the success of the game today wouldn't be possible without them and the pioneers who came before us. This plaque is to honour and remember our pioneers. The women's game wouldn't be where it was without the efforts of Harry and June Batt and all those that played at Chiltern Valley Ladies and the British independence. We are so grateful for their dedication and their passion. I would also like to thank Professor Jean Williams, because without Jean, this remarkable story would not have been told. And this is very, very important to women's football as it goes forward, because you people are remembered very well. Thank you.
And finally, we're going to have Keith come up to say a few words on behalf of his father, Harry, who I know was integral to this story. So, Keith.
So, wonderful to be here, wonderful to see you all here. Some faces I know, some from the past, which is absolutely wonderful to see. This means so much to me personally, for what Mum and Dad did, but it means something even greater. And it means that it's finally been recognised that what you did back then has inspired so many women to defy and push themselves forward. You know, you've gone on to do wonderful things, different things. We've got Olympian here, we've got an England team today that is everybody's so proud of. So being here today is incredibly special to me. Remembering Mum and Dad and all the pain and suffering that we went through back then. There's a few thank yous. Thank you to Jean Williams, Professor Jean Williams, thank you for all your help and support. Thank you to Luton Council for their help and support. And particularly the girls that have pushed this. Jill, Leo, Chris, all of you have done so much to make this happen. I've not seen this, and I can't wait. So thank you very much, and thank you all for being here.
So on behalf of this occasion, Keith and Kerry together will reveal this plaque. So if you both want to stand either side.
Oh, I do apologise. I'll just say, they are going to move this down there. So. You ready? 3, 2, 1. That's for all of you.
Come forward a bit.